the world awoke to a diplomatic shock as headlines blared with news that would send ripples through global power circles. Greenland has awarded a massive rare earth mining contract not to the US, but to Canada. This unexpected move stunned Washington, which had long considered itself Greenland's primary Western partner. President Trump lashed out, accusing Greenland and Denmark of betrayal and endangering Western security. His frustration was palpable, as he had personally championed closer ties with Greenland, even floating the idea of purchasing the island. For months, American officials had pushed hard to secure this deal, seeing it as a way to break China's grip on critical minerals. The US viewed access to Greenland's resources as vital for national security and technological independence. Losing to Canada, a close ally, turns a strategic setback into a personal embarrassment for Trump. The optics are even more bruising as Canada steps into a role the US desperately wanted. Greenland's decision signals a shift. The Arctic is now a battleground for resources and influence. Nations are scrambling to secure their interests as the region's geopolitical importance grows. The melting ice is revealing not just new shipping lanes but immense mineral wealth. As the climate changes, the Arctic's untapped riches are coming into play, drawing in global powers. The US believed its investment and technology would win the day, but Greenland chose a different path, prioritizing new partnerships and asserting its independence on the world stage. This isn't just a lost contract, it's a defining moment in the new resource Cold War. The competition for Arctic minerals is intensifying with far-reaching consequences for global alliances. The fallout will test NATO unity and reshape the scramble for the Arctic. Allies must now navigate a more complex landscape where economic interests and security concerns collide. Washington is left reeling as the world's largest island makes its move and the balance of power in the Arctic begins to shift in unexpected ways. Why does Greenland matter? Beneath its ice lies a treasure trove of rare earth elements, vital for smartphones, electric cars, and advanced weaponry. These minerals are the backbone of modern technology and national security. Greenland's deposits include neodymium, terbium, and dysprosium, essential for everything from wind turbines to fighter jets. For the US and Europe, securing these resources is about reducing dependence on China, which dominates the global rare earth market. Geological surveys show Greenland holds the majority of minerals critical to Western economies. Its location straddling the GI-UK gap adds strategic military value as Arctic shipping lanes open. Greenland is no longer a remote outpost. It's the epicenter of a new global resource race. Whoever controls these minerals will shape the future of technology and power. The world's eyes are now fixed on Greenland's vault of the future. The stakes have never been higher. Greenland's minerals are at the heart of a new global contest, one that is rapidly reshaping the world's geopolitical landscape. Beneath the icy surface lies a treasure trove of rare earth elements, lithium, and other critical minerals essential for everything from smartphones to electric vehicles and advanced military technology. This high-stakes race pits the US, China, Russia, and Canada against each other, each determined to secure access and influence over these vital resources. The Arctic is no longer a remote frontier, it's a battleground for economic and strategic dominance. China currently dominates rare earth mining and processing, wielding its control as powerful economic leverage over global supply chains. Its near monopoly has allowed Beijing to dictate terms and prices, making other nations acutely aware of their dependence. The West's reliance on Chinese supply chains is a glaring vulnerability, especially after China weaponized exports in response to US tariffs. This move sent shockwaves through Western capitals, exposing just how fragile their access to these minerals truly is. Meanwhile, Russia is militarizing the Arctic and aligning with China, raising alarms in Washington and Brussels. The growing partnership between Moscow and Beijing signals a new era of competition, where military might and resource control go hand in hand. In response, the US and its allies are scrambling to build secure, non-Chinese supply chains, with Canada emerging as a key player. Canadian mining companies are ramping up exploration and forging new partnerships to reduce Western dependence on China. The Canadian win in Greenland is a bold move to assert influence and offer a democratic alternative. By investing in Greenland's mineral sector, Canada is positioning itself as a reliable partner for the West and a counterweight to authoritarian powers. This struggle is not about ideology, but about who controls the building blocks of the future. The outcome will determine who leads in technology, energy, and defense for generations to come. The resource Cold War is underway, and Greenland is its front line. As nations deploy ships, sign deals, and build infrastructure, the stakes have never been higher. The outcome of this scramble will shape the global balance of power for decades, influencing not just economies but the very security and stability of the world order. The Trump administration's pursuit of Greenland's resources was relentless. High-level visits, big promises, and heavy pressure. The US offered investment and technology, expecting Greenland to accept, but the American approach, seen as coercive and transactional, backfired. Greenland, proud of its autonomy, resisted being strong-armed. Memories of Trump's 2019 offer to buy the island lingered, fueling local resentment. Canada's bid, in contrast, emphasized partnership, environmental stewardship, and local benefits. Greenland's leaders wanted respect, not just money. By choosing Canada, Greenland sent a message. It will do business, but on its own terms. The US learned a hard lesson about the limits of power politics. The Canadian deal is a win for collaboration over coercion. For Washington, it's a bitter pill to swallow. Greenland's leaders are walking a tightrope between economic independence and environmental protection. Mining offers a path to self-sufficiency, ending reliance on Danish subsidies. The government aims to open several mines, transforming the economy and funding public services. But large-scale mining threatens fragile ecosystems and traditional livelihoods like fishing and hunting. Local communities fear pollution and social disruption from an influx of foreign workers. The government insists on local jobs and training, seeking sustainable development that benefits Greenlanders directly. Every project must balance growth with environmental caution. The choice of Canada as a partner reflects a desire for respect and shared values. Greenland is determined to control its destiny, carefully. Each deal is a step along a narrow path with the nation's future at stake. The world is watching how Greenland navigates this high-wire act. Winning a mining contract in Greenland is just the beginning. Securing the rights to explore this vast, frozen land is only the first step in a long and uncertain journey. The real challenge is extraction, where every day brings new obstacles, from unpredictable weather to technical breakdowns. Most minerals are locked beneath a massive ice sheet. Accessing them requires advanced technology and careful planning, as even a small mistake can be costly in such an unforgiving environment. Mining is limited to harsh, remote coastal areas where the land meets the sea and the elements are at their fiercest. Brutal winters, scant infrastructure, and isolation drive up costs and risks. Greenland has few roads, no railways, and little development. Every supply, every piece of equipment must be shipped in at great expense. Everything must be built from scratch, from roads and ports to housing for workers, making each project a massive logistical undertaking. No large-scale mine has ever turned a profit here. The harsh realities of the Arctic have defeated even the most ambitious ventures. Many projects have failed under financial and political pressure. Environmental regulations are strict, and local communities are increasingly vocal about protecting their land. Political risks are high, shifting policies and public opinion can change the fate of a project overnight. Recent bans have killed major projects and triggered lawsuits, leaving investors wary and companies cautious. The Canadian consortium faces daunting engineering and environmental hurdles. They must balance economic opportunity with the responsibility to protect one of the world's last great wildernesses. Success will require innovation, patience, and deep pockets, along with a willingness to adapt to rapidly changing conditions. The mineral wealth is real, promising rare earths and precious metals that the world desperately needs for technology and green energy. But so are the obstacles, each one a test of human ingenuity and resolve. Unlocking Greenland's riches will be one of the great industrial challenges of our time, demanding unprecedented cooperation between governments, companies, and local communities. The world is watching to see if it can be done, and whether the rewards will outweigh the risks. Greenland's decision has shaken Western alliances and exposed deep fractures. Trump's outrage at Canada and Denmark highlights growing tensions within NATO. Competing for resources risks eroding the trust that underpins collective security. If the US treats allies as rivals, the alliance could splinter, leaving the West divided against Russian and Chinese ambitions. Smaller nations like Greenland are caught in the crossfire, forced to choose partners carefully. The world is entering an era where economic deals carry geopolitical risks. Greenland's choice is a warning to others. Every partnership has consequences. The struggle for Arctic minerals is a microcosm of the century's biggest conflicts: development versus environment, nationalism versus cooperation. How the US, Canada, and Europe handle this will shape the future of global order. The ground is shifting in the frozen north, and the world is watching.